Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to this thing of ours. In today's episode, I bring a new series to you. A new weekly series called The Comic Shop. And what this weekly series is going to consist of is basically every week when comics are released, which is on Wednesday, I'm going to be going to my local comic shop and picking up a few things. Now the things could be anything. It could range from comics to toys to posters to whatever they really sell and whatever I think would be interesting for the video. So in today's video, I have a few goodies for you that I'm going to show off, let you know why I purchased them, let you know how you can purchase them, and let you know if you're not into comics, how you can actually get into them. Alright, so the way that I usually do my comic book research on what I'm going to actually be purchasing for the week is pretty simple. First off, you need to find a local comic shop that's around, let's say, where you live or where you work. Now these comic shops mostly all have websites, or at least they should. And on their websites, they should have a weekly schedule. Now the majority of comic shops out there have what's called pull lists. And what that basically means is you can go ahead and send a list via email to the shop to hold a few comics for you on Wednesdays. You show up, they give you a bag, and you go home with the ones you requested. So in that case, you don't have to worry about showing up and the book you're looking for being sold out. Then after I go ahead and see what it is that I want to purchase, I go ahead and look at reviews on several different websites of the books that are coming out for the week. Down below, I'm going to post a few links and a few websites of the sites that I go to actually see what's good and what's not good for the week. So when I went on the sites this week, there was a bunch of things that actually caught my eye, and we're going to go through them today, and I'll let you know why it is that I picked them up. So the first issue I want to talk about here is a new Thanos book that just released today. Now, as we all know, Thanos is one of the most powerful villains in the Marvel Universe, and it's kind of odd for a big villain to have his own arc or his own book. So that's what really intrigued me to actually pick this one up this week. So here it is, Thanos now #1, as you can see in the top right. Marvel actually has been doing kind of a reboot of all their series. So if you go to a comic store and you'll see a Marvel book and it says now 1 at the top, what that's basically representing is that it's at a new arc. So you can actually pick it up from there and not feel like you're completely lost. Based on the reviews, this specific book has been getting generally positive reviews. I actually haven't read it just yet. I've read a few of the other ones, but I'm actually very excited about this. It should be a long-running series, and I'll keep you guys up to date on what I think about it. And like I said, Wednesdays when these things come out, you can go ahead and pick it up, and even the next week or the next week after, the comic book stores may still have them in stock. So if you're interested in starting somewhere and you're not sure where to start when it comes to comics, you can start here with Thanos #1. Now, if you saw my last video, I recently just saw Doctor Strange in theaters, and I really liked it. So what I decided to do was go ahead and pick up the book. So right now, the ongoing series of Doctor Strange is currently at book number 14. I believe that the Now 1 version was about 3 issues ago. So even though I didn't read those, you can jump right into any book pretty much. Now I have read this specific one today and I loved it. It actually really does translate well from the movie to the comic. The characteristics of the main character, Doctor Strange of course, do transfer over well. He's witty, he's charismatic, he's arrogant, and it's very funny. It's funny in the way that a Deadpool comic would be funny. There was also 2 other Doctor Strange books that released today, but those are more like miniseries. So if you're looking to follow along with the ongoing Doctor Strange books, then I would go ahead and pick up this one to start, and then just go on as far as they get released. And like I said, you could know when the new ones are being released just by going to your local comic shop's websites. Now, one of the most exciting things that's going on right now in comic books is the new SpiderMan miniseries, The Clone Conspiracy. Right now, there's 2 of them that are out. The first one came out about a month ago, and the second one came out last week. I didn't actually have a chance to get it, so I did pick it up this week. So what they're saying is that it's a 6-part series, and there's a bunch of whole other tie-ins as well, such as The Amazing Spider-Man and a couple other comics as well that tie into the whole story. The Clone Conspiracy's basic storyline is a bunch of his enemies and people from his past coming back as clones, and some of them maybe even not as clones. So if you're new to comics and you don't want to get confused and you feel like it's too much to learn or too much to research, you can start here with this small mini series, which is Spider-Man: The Clone Conspiracy. You can probably still find the 1 version and the 2 version. You can even find them online. You can even download them on the internet. And when Wednesday comes around, you can go to your local comic shop and pick up 3 when it comes out. Next up, we have Nightwing. I've been following the Nightwing since the first issue. Right now we're at number 9. They recently just wrapped up the Rise of Raptor storyline within Nightwing's arc. So now this one's kind of a new arc here. As you can see, Superman is on the cover. So I'm not sure how he plays into it yet because I haven't read this one. But I do feel like they've been doing a really good job in writing Nightwing so far in the Rebirth series. And once again, if you haven't read 1 through 8, number 9 is the start of a new arc. So even if you're not reading comics or you're not up on the latest thing, if you start at number 9, it's almost like you're not missing much anyway. That's the way these comics work. They just run in little arcs. So there might be like a 4, 5, 6, 7 comic book arc, and when that stops, it starts a new one, and you can just jump in whenever you want. And last but not least, I picked up the latest Deadpool issue, which is at number 22. This is the first one I've actually picked up because I want to start getting into it. And like I said, never be scared of just jumping into a series if you're interested in the character, because after a few issues, it's like you didn't really, you didn't miss much in the first place. So I'm not too sure what this arc is actually really about at the moment, but I am excited to get into it. Deadpool is definitely one of my favorites. So, if you're interested in getting into the Deadpool line, this is the one you want to go ahead and get. And you can start from 22 and you'll be good to go. Now there is one other thing that I did pick up when I was there, and it's one thing that I couldn't resist. And that one thing is this new Joker pop that I actually saw being promoted at the front desk. So this is a previews exclusive Joker. It's one that I actually haven't seen on the internet or anything like that. And just to give you guys a better close-up here of what it looks like. So I actually couldn't resist this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick unboxing of it just to see what it looks like, see how it feels, see how it stands, see if I like it inside the box or outside. And this is actually a part of the Batman The Dark Knight Returns line, so there is a bunch of other characters as well, so you can check those out. A bunch of cool ones. I really like the old Batman with the unmasked with the gray hair. That's really one that I'd like. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. So here it is, as you can see. And what I actually didn't notice is that this specific Joker model has a knife in his hand that you can't really see in the box. It kind of hides it. As you can see, he's sporting his white suit with the purple shoes, the classic green hair, purple eyeliner. And let's see if it actually passes the stand test, because there's a number of pops that I've actually had that don't stand up properly because I guess their heads are too big and their bodies are too small, whatever the case. But let's see. Perfect. So as you can see, he does stand up, so you can actually put him in any kind of case you want, put him on your bureau, put him wherever you want on the table, or you can just keep him in the box. Now, if pop toys are also something that you're not sure about and you're not sure where to start, there's a ton of places that sell these. You can go to Target, you can go to FYE. There's a bunch of mom and shop spots that sell these. Pretty much any comic book shop will sell them, and the comic book shops have a lot of exclusive ones. Now this specific comic shop that I go to has a ton of things. It's massive. There's toys, there's posters, there's super old comics, there's a whole bunch of things. So every week when I go over there, I'm going to be bringing you videos of what I actually picked up. But as far as this week is concerned, that's all I got. I went through the comics, I showed you the toy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you share it with your friends, like it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.